very taken aback when they were like, oh, we just like ride this every couple of days. And I was like, what? It seems very far. And then I kind of forgot that England's kind of small. I don't know. There weren't that many people back then. Yeah, I don't know. Just got me thinking.
It was pretty small. It's just like New England.
Yeah, exactly. And like you could just, I mean, it would take a while
on a horse. Yeah,
it would take
Dude,
like, yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like England is like the size of like New England.
Yeah.
And they have like 300 pro sports teams for soccer alone, crammed into that joint.
Yeah, that's their sport.
But like we don't like every like when you think about it, it's like dude, every town has like a pro sports team that like you follow. That's tight.
Are we recording?
Yeah, I'm recording. I just record now.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Welcome back to the podcast. A question about European sports as a whole. They don't have like college sports like a lot, do they? It's not like as big of a thing because I feel like we have like in New England there's like 300 colleges, so you kind of have like your
local pull you out of middle school and put you in an academy.
Yeah.
So like
it's real like Russian gymnast vibe where like they scout you when you're like when you like just like fall over on your own.
Yeah, if you're not like a pro by college, you're like you're washed. You're nothing.
Well, that's what I'm just saying. How you're saying there's 300 pro sports teams crammed into England. I'm saying, well, it's different. We have 300 college sports teams.
And you know what, Greg? That is a very good observation. I think a very like a good parallel because you'll get like there's a ton of like colleges, but like people will often just like default to like rooting for the one that like is the biggest near them.
Mm-hmm.
Like. You'll get, like, no one's rooting for, like, Georgia Southern. They're rooting for, like, Georgia or Georgia Tech. Same thing. Like, you might get, like, a Queens Park Ranger fan every now and then. But really, they're rooting for Arsenal or, like, Chelsea or Tottenham in London.
Sure. I guess.
Plus, we have, like, minor league teams for different sports.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah.
You gotta factor
Same thing there, yeah.
Guys, speaking of soccer,
I don't think about that.
The Club World Cup is going on right now. Essentially, it's like the clubs that like won their like domestic competition over the past 4 years from all over the country. Maybe it's international competition.
4 years,
something like that.
So they could have won 4 years ago, and they get to play in this cup.
I think so. It's weird.
World Cup every 4 years.
It's weird. It's not because that's always the gap between tournaments. So like the World Cup's 4 years, Euros is 4 years. So they've kind of created this like always a tournament going on every summer kind of environment, which I think is bad actually for the players' health long term. Yeah, Greg.
Well, wait, question. So for the World Cup, don't they have to like qualify much closer to the actual World Cup? Like in that last like year?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm confused. You're saying that somebody could have won their league 4 years ago and they're in this competition
Chelsea
right now?
is in the Club World Cup. They have been hot trash for 3 years, but they won the Champions League 4 years ago.
How do they? What's the point of even going? Your team's not going to win anything.
But now they're all right. But it's the teams from everywhere. So it's like Bayern Munich just played Auckland City, which is basically a semi-pro team from Australia. Like their goalie works in a warehouse, and he had to take PTO to play in this tournament. But he's like, dude, I'm playing Bayern Munich. Of course I'm going to do it.
How many goals did he let up?
10.
No.
Which is actually like pretty good. Everyone was like, oh, 30-0 incoming, 20-0 incoming. Only hold 10 against Bayern. Dude, Harry Kane got subbed at halftime. He only had a 6.4 match rating. He was fucking stinking it up. There was a fucker on Auckland City who had a 7.1 match rating, which is like a really good game. Like a 7 and up is like a 7's a good game. 8 is like a great game. 9's like holy shit, masterclass.
What is this stat based off of?
It's like impact on the game. They have like a pretty like gamified way of like not gamified, but like analytically driven way of like tracking your positive actions and negative actions in the game and then scoring it.
War.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But it happens at a per game basis. And some motherfucker, even though they lost 10-0, got a 7.1 on Auckland City. Dude, we got to snatch this guy up. Apparently, he works for like a startup or something in like Australia. Dude, you got to have a pro contract on his plate on Monday.
Yeah, maybe he can like telework.
Yeah, right? The fuck?
I like this is the idea that like Colin's work team is just playing against like the Pacers right now.
Yeah. I mean, essentially.
And then like if Colin had a really good game, scouts would be like, "Holy shit, dude!"
Yeah, you guys see this guy?
I don't think it's
Threes.
quite like that. It's not like this guy's whole startup entered this competition and is playing.
But I mean, all
different.
I have to say is, you talked about this, and it's like a bunch of clubs, and like it's in the U.S. right now. All of this is happening in the U.S. It's in like Philly,
Getting ready for
Georgia, D.C.
Are there any U.S. teams in this?
Yeah, Inter Miami is in it. It's World Cup,
Huh.
so it's like it's teams from all over the world.
Yeah, but like not every country makes the World Cup.
I
Yeah,
know
but
that MetLife had to get grass for this.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
but
Oh my
no
God,
one gives
maybe
a
they'll
fuck.
keep it.
No one. I think this is like the second Club World Cup ever. No one gives a fuck. People have like people that are going to the games have been like, wow, U.S. stadiums are cool. But then there's been so many like pictures of like empty ass stadiums.
I mean, I'm just learning about it right now, and
Yeah.
by the way you're telling it sounds pretty stupid that you could have won your championship 4 years ago, and your team is nothing like it was, and
Yeah.
you're playing in this
There
competition.
was
Seems
someone that
dumb.
was-
They did not advertise it over in the States very well.
Not
Yeah,
at all.
I've never heard of it either.
No.
If like Bayern Munich was playing down the road, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you
that
guys,
sounds sick.
I hate to do this during the podcast, but like FIFA's cutting prices because no one's buying tickets. Do you guys want to go see like Bayern Munich play someone at like in like Philly?
What, like right now?
No, maybe like a,
Podcast early.
maybe, I think it's like Real Madrid versus like Benfica, which is like a good team. I think it's like a
Where
couple
would
weeks.
Benfica be from?
Portugal.
Oh,
You have to root for them.
yeah, I guess. I've been to Madrid though.
Oh no, you're so tied.
Yeah, it's not. It's different.
But we'll talk off this. But it's been a rousing failure, and it's been very fun to watch.
Yeah, did not know it existed until right now.
No. Terrible advertising. And we're gonna put this podcast out a week later. So
It's still
most of these
going
games
on.
will be done.
No, it's still going on.
When will it end?
It's going on, I think, until July 10th, something like that.
Oh, word. Plenty of
Okay.
time.
But it's
Little
weird.
time.
There was like we're supposed to be in the middle of soccer free agency, essentially. And so they had to do a mini one leading up to the tournament, and now it's paused during the duration of the tournament, but everyone that was signed in the mini one gets to play for their teams. So someone that was on Arsenal that we let go signed for a club in Brazil that's playing in this. He like went back home because he's like in the twilight of his career, and now he's playing right now, and everyone's like, holy shit, it's Jorginho.
Cool, I guess.
That is pretty weird.
I mean,
It's
if you go
very
before
weird.
the tournament, you
So
should
there
be
was
able to play for that
there was a
team
big
before the
rush to
tournament.
sign players if you were in this prior to like June 10th.
But if no one cares, then why?
Yeah, it's so hard when you come up with like the new tournament or whatever, because
Yeah.
like nobody cares when it's a new thing. But like eventually things, you have the
Say
50th anniversary.
You don't
thing.
care about the NBA Cup, Greg?
No, I
You
don't
care
care.
if your team wins it.
Yeah, if my team wins it, I'm like,
That
oh,
is the most
sick.
important thing.
Yeah.
If you lose, you're like, who cares? Like, this wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, there needs to, like the history behind it is what's cool. Like the Stanley Cup trophy is so sick. It's got everybody's name etched in it.
Coolest
And-
trophy in the game.
And once they run out of room, they're just like, all right, that whole ring goes to the Hall of Fame now. Kind of sick.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah,
That's
they
very
just
cool.
retire
That's
already.
very, very cool.
I think there's only been like 4.
I will say,
Three
I think
rings.
it's a bit different in soccer because soccer we talk about it a lot, especially in basketball, but like ring culture is like so important in basketball. Nobody gives more shits about a trophy than soccer fans, and there are so many different ways to win a trophy in soccer, but that's what matters. It doesn't matter if you're like if it's the smallest little trophy on the planet versus the Champions League. If you're if your team barely scrapes by or gets relegated, but you still win the Shitters Cup, you're like chalking it up as a W season. You're talking shit to every other fan that didn't win any trophy. It's so bizarre.
I got you. So like but there's still levels to the championships. Like obviously winning the Champions League.
You
is
would think so.
better.
You would
No?
think a team that isn't playing in the Shitters Cup, so didn't have a chance to win
the
it.
Shitters Cup is sticking around.
Yeah.
And so like all right, Team A, very good.
I get it because like expectations matter. So like Real Madrid winning the Champions League is different than some team that never wins anything winning whatever tournament.
Yeah, winning matters. Yeah,
It's different,
the elevation of winning changes things.
Okay.
I guess.
Do they ever have like a made-up rivalry and then create a trophy for that rivalry?
There is no civil conflict, unfortunately.
Yeah, I love the civil conflict.
Because that would be cool.
That'd be very cool. But what's driving me crazy, guys? Let me bring up a situation to you guys that's happened in real life recently. Let's take
Fantastic.
Team A. second place last year qualifying for Champions League. Got second place again this year, but made it to the semifinal of the Champions League. For the first time, I think, in the past 15 years. Didn't win anything, got second place, got third place. Still a pretty successful season. But, didn't come out with a win. Let's take another team. They got 17th place in the Prem. They were one away from relegation. Their worst season of all time. But they won the Shitters Cup. A trophy. A competition that a team as good as Team A wasn't even allowed to play in because they're better.
Well, Colin, who won something that year?
Yeah.
Their hardware.
Team B.
The trophy case is a little more full.
Team B fired their coach.
Still won.
The Shitters Cup.
When did they fire their coach? After the whole season?
After.
Okay, well, that's fine. They think they can get even better next year.
Even on their least successful season, they still got a trophy. What did Team A get?
Okay,
Nothing.
The Knicks
that
made the
trophy.
conference finals in 25 years, and then they just fired Tom Thibodeau.
Well, yeah, because he was bad for their culture or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the coach on Coach B was on Team
The
B
Knicks
was bad for the
still
culture.
made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I'm just saying, man. You never know what's going on in these locker rooms. Okay, we're not in there.
It's actually like if the Wizards won the in-season tournament, but they're still the fucking Wizards at the end of the day.
Yeah, but honestly, them winning the in-season tournament kind of fire.
You're bullshitting.
All I'm seeing is
no, that's pretty impressive.
No trophy.
No, they haven't
Dude,
last year.
If the Wizards had won the in-season tournament, I'd be flabbergasted.
Dude,
that would be
you're
insane.
lying. You're fucking lying because
Something to build off of, Colin.
the fucking Lakers won it last year, and everyone was like, "Oh, we don't give a shit."
Yeah, because they're a decent enough team, and who gives a shit? The Wizards are garbage.
Team B should have been decent enough. They have the roster. They spent the money, but they're still pretty shit.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think both teams had a good season. You know, why we just shake hands
no
and go
way.
out
Finley Vale, tell me my team had a good season of all time.
Yeah, you
This
named
is like you're looking for validation.
You named Arsenal Team A. Come on, man.
I didn't say Arsenal. I did not say. I said Team A.
Yeah, okay.
We were able to put the pieces together pretty quickly.
Team A is Arsenal.
You guys are runner-ups.
We were runner-up for the third year in a row, and then we got semifinals in the Champions League. We lost to PSG, who won the whole thing, but
Mbappe.
Coulda, shoulda,
Nope.
woulda.
No, he doesn't play there anymore.
He's at Real Madrid.
Damn, I knew that. I knew that.
Mbappe has become like always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
When I hear PSG, I just think of Paris. I just thought of France, and he plays for the French national team.
Well, that's
right?
fair. That's like saying McDonald's making hamburger. Yeah, they sell them, man.
Thanks, man. All right, I'm not that far off.
Oh, Paris Saint-Germain? Paris.
Yeah, France, Mbappe. I don't know that much about soccer, okay? But I did know that he went to Real Madrid.
That's
fair.
Know that. You guys are bullshitting, though. There's no way you guys think Team B
I was in
advantage.
Madrid when they won whatever their most recent thing was last year. They won
Champions
something.
League, yeah.
I don't know. There was a bunch of shit going on. Yeah, in the town square, and the Squire came through.
The Squire. What age was this?
Last year.
Oh, okay.
Last year.
We bring Squires back. We're having enough protests and public rallies. We should have Squires again.
Like a town crier.
Yeah, but like a boy.
I don't think towns are big.
With a fluffy hat.
That's just like a text blast, or sending one of those messages that just comes through with 3 numbers or something like that they can send to everybody's phone, like an Amber Alert. That's what the town crier has become, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah, but I want the town crier
they're taking our jobs,
yeah,
Greg.
for real.
I want the town crier to spill tea.
Yeah.
I want them to I want to air out hot goss at the town square to everyone to hear.
Yeah, I just want to send somebody to another town and then have them come back and just the world is far too connected nowadays. I can know what's going on in these other cities. I miss I just want to find something out that would blow my mind.
The town over is just had a huge fire. And you're
I'm oh my god, that's insane.
I was thinking about this recently. We got to go back to exiling people from towns.
For what reason?
Excommunicating?
Yeah, saying you gotta go, and they walk away.
But how and for why? What's going on? Why are we doing this to them? What did they do?
Presumably an offense.
Sending them out into bandit country.
Yeah. It's just them and their wares. Maybe like their lone horse, the family horse.
But how far out can we send them? Like, is it just
I don't
like
give
the
a
next
shit
town
where
over?
they go. They just can't come back. They're exiled.
Yeah, dude. If you go like 3 towns over, they're never finding you.
They're never finding
That's why
you.
it was so easy to rob
Yeah,
people back in the day.
100%. But like we gotta go back because like there's some times where I'm like someone cuts me off in traffic and I'm like that's one strike. Up to me, 2 more, you're out of here.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's up to you. Anyone can
If
decide.
it was up to me. But also, I think it'd be fire if you're
like 3 strike system.
I think it'd be fire if you're like, all right, if you're like planning a trip and you have to like do like a connecting flight in like Chicago, and one guy's like, guys, I can't do that connector. Like, why? And it's like, I was exiled from Chicago like 5 years ago. I can't step foot back in.
Is it Chicago just the city, or what about all of Illinois?
Chicago.
Illinois?
No. It's by district. It'd be up to local government.
So Colin's like advocating for like the reverse parole, where like you have to go anywhere but here.
Yeah, you're not allowed back in.
Yeah, it's like an ankle monitor, but like when you get too close, it'll beep.
Yeah.
We're getting a restraining order from this person.
Everyone knows your face.
It is a restraining order from a town.
Yeah.
Everyone knows your face, so you gotta walk in like a cloak.
And then if he shows up, pitchforks. Like I'm talking.
I feel like we're beating around the bush. This is just like a trespassing charge, like for the whole town.
Yeah, but more medieval.
You're not getting it, Greg. You're not getting it. John's getting it.
I was just trying to simplify it a little bit.
He's coming in. He's not wearing shoes.
Okay. You're trying to like fit it into like a box.
Town, we're all gonna mob up and chase him out.
Yeah, see, you're getting it.
He's like he's Frankenstein.
Yeah, like fire.
Like Frankenstein's monster.
I'm sure they chased both of them out.
That's probably true. I haven't
Do
seen
you
it in a
guys
long
think
time.
Mary Shelley really wrote that book?
I don't know. Probably.
I have no clue. Why? I don't really have any reason to doubt it.
There's no way they were letting women write back then.
Maybe she was like a princess.
I mean, Shakespeare didn't write like half of his shit.
Yeah. What's that guy's name? I used to know his name.
It's probably so easy to steal other people's books.
Yeah, no. There's some guy's name. I used to know
Shakespeare
it was like a trivia
had a
question.
fucking ghostwriter?
Yeah, he definitely didn't write all his stuff.
You're telling me Shakespeare didn't write his reportedly 1,000 plays?
No, he did not.
Cranking them out. Just the Stephen King.
Just writing one a day for 4 years. That's insane. That'd be crazy.
That is dedication.
Honestly, even like one a week would be insane. How many years would you have to do that?
Dude, him back in the day, he just had access to like ChatGPT. just cranking them out.
Yeah, maybe he had like a witch, like some.
Ooh.
Like maybe it was more nefarious. Maybe he was like cursed to write all day long.
Dude, all right, I looked it up, and they're like the real, and they're like there's now a new book that claims the real bard was Sir Henry Neville. I think the point is that no one was cranking out 1,000 plays.
Yeah. He couldn't have.
No.
It's impossible.
He had to have like
People
a
were
stack.
probably like bringing him stuff, being like, "Hey, you're like a respected author. Can like I get your opinion on this?" And he'd be like, "Sure." And he'd publish it himself.
he was the publishing fee. I bet he had people in like 360 deals, like NDAs, all that.
Probably.
Yeah, I feel like NDAs back then were just like, I will slit your throat if you say anything.
No,
It's actually just have like a guy behind it with like a knife.
Dude, it's actually way easier. All you had to do is like, I bet he like did the first couple and they were like bangers and like it really put him on the map. And then he just says, "I'm gonna lie. Say I wrote it. What are you gonna do about it?"
What year was he? Was that like 1200s? I feel like that's my guess.
like
Ooh.
like late 1500s.
I was gonna say.
Oh wow, it's way more.
I was gonna say 15.
Yeah.
Oh. I was thinking like 12, 13, but 15. That's a bit. That's earlier than I thought.
Which is crazy.
I guess that makes sense.
Like half of every story now is like Hamlet, and like what were they talking about before that?
It was still happening. It was just they were just oral tradition. Nobody had written it down.
Yeah, but
He was
like
just the first guy who wrote
every
it
other
down and made it
story
play.
wasn't like derivative of like Lion King. You know what I mean? That's gotta be so weird.
Dude, everything's a derivative of everything.
Stories.
Yeah.
All the stories have been written. What is it like? Man versus man versus. There's only like so many.
Every story ever
do.
is just a derivative of someone's Get Ready With Me.
See, we gotta go back when there's more like mystery, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and like
What
when you
happened?
just
I don't know.
would believe in like magic and like shit.
Yeah.
Like you could go 3 towns over and you're in like a new land. You're an adventurer.
Yeah.
You're like
Yeah.
you're Lewis and Clark.
What do they
Yeah.
have here? I bet they have like whole different cryptic languages and magics. in relics.
Meanwhile, now I'll drive 3 towns over just to get like the chicken I want.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't lying.
I'm like, man, they got good wings 3 towns over. I'm gonna go over there.
I gotta go 3 towns over just get to the damn Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a shame. We're too connected.
Yeah.
We need to get off the grid.
Although I do like that I can just get like whatever I want whenever I want it. I feel like a king.
Dude, speaking of which, I went to Target. Not this most recent weekend, 2 weekends ago to go like the grocery shopping, and that was the weekend of the
You're
Switch.
so white collar. You went grocery shopping at Target?
I had to get some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and also they have I like
judgy.
Yeah, this is fucked. I don't need to explain myself.
Stay on
Go
my
fuck
side.
yourself. I'm actually furious now.
John, you're supposed to be on my side.
John goes to Target.
I've bought things at Target.
I don't go to Target to grocery shop. That's the thing.
I
I'm
like-
grocery shopping.
I
That's not the
like-
store I go to.
No,
Well,
they
because
had
you just like going to
some
Target.
stuff. They had some stuff that Stop and Shop doesn't have. Also, Stop and Shop is not that cheap anymore. All right, Trader Joe's is where I go for most of my groceries now.
Eggs are like $3 cheaper at Target, I will say.
Did you know that Trader Joe's and Aldi's are the owners, the original founders of both those companies were brothers? They were also Nazis.
Oh, less
Same
fun.
with Adidas and Puma.
Less fun because I like both those places.
Wait, same with what, Con?
Adidas and Puma.
Mm-hmm.
They were twin brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They separated because I think one of them was like, nah, I'm gonna ride with Hitler. The other one was like, I'm not doing that. And then I think he left and made Puma.
I kind of feel like that. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure like the dad of these two brothers. I'm pretty sure he like was full Nazi, and they left him
To make a
there,
grocery
I feel
chain.
like.
So we don't know
Yeah.
who in the story
So-
was the Nazi, but there was a Nazi involved.
They were Nazi Egyptians.
Aldi's?
Yeah, like
Are you
one
sure
degree
it
of
wasn't
separation.
Adolphis? Think about it.
He's making connections.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I was saying, I was going to Target. It happened to be the weekend of the Switch 2's release. And I was like, probably sold out, but let me just swing by the electronics section. Dude, guys are fucking restocking it right there. I said, yeah, don't even bother putting it in the damn case, put it in my damn grocery cart. But I've been playing Mario Kart all fucking past 2 weeks.
Dude, you know what? That's America right there. I can buy the new Nintendo Switch and a gallon of milk at one store.
I did do that.
I love that.
I had
You know what?
chocolate.
I'm back in on shopping at Target.
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
I can't get a Switch at the grocery store normally.
The only thing Target's missing is like just ARs. Like I just want to buy.
No, that's Walmart.
In the South,
that's,
they got it.
That's
Yeah.
Walmart. Walmart does that.
Nah.
Yeah. Walmart is the homogenous zone. It's like the Venn diagram is a big circle.
It's just like an old flea market. It's just Walmart.
Yes. But like goddamn, guys, I messaged my Nintendo boys. I was putting it in a Nintendo boy chat, and dude,
That's
consumerism fucking rocks, dude. I bought the fucking new Pro controller. Apparently, the old one still works, but I was like, I want the new one too. It was great. I have no regrets. I love buying stuff.
I love the adaptability.
Dude,
That's great.
I haven't played my Switch in years. Like
John.
I have no interest in getting a Switch.
The
2 at all.
Mario Kart World is that bitch. All right, and you might say, what else are you gonna play? That's fair. For right now, it's just Mario Kart.
I really thought he would have an answer there.
I do. I have to do some research independently to figure out what else am I going to do for this $500 machine I just
There's
bought.
got to be a new Zelda coming out.
Here, I have a chart.
I miss the Wii.
Shut up, dork.
You could still get a Wii.
They sell Wii Fitness. Trying to get back on that grind.
He's on the Wii board thing,
Okay.
just grinding,
Just shaking back and forth.
just hula hooping.
Yeah.
John, I was kind of in the same boat where I was like, I really only ever play the Switch whenever there's like a new Mario or something that comes out, and I was like, I'm gonna make a personal stand to play certain games on the Switch. So I've isolated 2 things: Nintendo games and indie games are gonna be my new thing. Also, co-op games that I can play with my girlfriend. So 3 things. So I'm going through Mario Kart World, banger. There's a new Donkey Kong coming out like next month. I might get that. There's a Metroid game, PBD. Pokemon's coming out. I'll probably get that.
Yeah.
There's a new Kirby Air Riders coming out. Remember that game from
What?
GameCube? I never had it, but people liked it. Maybe I'd check it out. Who knows? Probably not. I remember they showed in the reveal trailer, it's called Drag and Drive. It's a wheelchair basketball. It's like Rocket League, but you're handicapped.
Rad. Okay.
That's kind
I hope it's similar to like NBA Jam where you can like do crazy shit.
Is it similar to Rocket League in the sense that you can like fly?
You can boost.
Yeah, boost.
No, it's more so that you're just in wheels.
Okay.
But
nobody can like jump.
It's because the new
I want
Joy-Con.
to be Fortnite skin.
The new Joy-Con is also a mouse, so you can go like this and go like that, and that's how you play the game. You get the two fucking Joy-Cons, and you like push like you're in the damn chair. I think this is a novelty that will die out maybe within the first half an hour. I will not be posting.
So you're doing this, and then you just like while doing that, you press X and you just start shooting.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think actually like wheelchair bound people would be fucking dirty at that game because they're just used to just like
dude, they probably got the strength, like the muscle strength that like I just haven't worked out ever.
Yeah, dude, they can go fast. They can rip it.
Looks like we're jerking off two guys down there.
The next one,
four guys going.
The next one is a new Professor Layton game, which is like a Japanese ass series, but it's like a murder mystery detective game. I've always wanted to play it. I'm actually probably gonna pick this up. Then Banger City comes. It's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 like remaster. The first one was awesome. I'm gonna play that. Civ, Cyberpunk, Elden Ring.
The new Mario Party.
Mario Party, the new one came out last year. Apparently, it's really good. But so it's getting updated with like 16 extra games for the new one. And all it costs is like $10 more if you already owned it. For the Switch, you can upgrade for like $10. And then
I'm not sold. I'm not gonna get the Switch deal.
Silk
I only
Song,
played like 5 games on the Switch one.
Silk Song, Hades 2, Deltarune's already out. Anyone that ever plays
anything on PC.
Anybody that I think there's certain games though that you aren't allowed to play on certain platforms. I don't think you should be allowed legally to play any sports game that isn't a racing game on a PC. I think NBA 2K, Madden, NHL, FIFA should not be allowed to be played on a PC.
Okay.
I think there are some games that shouldn't be allowed to be played on a console or a PC, only like a Switch. Like some game that costs like $4 and it's like made by a guy on a weekend. That's a Switch game.
I mean, that could be a Game Pass game.
Don't see? No, this is you're trying to encroach. Classic Xbox fanboy. Now they have their own portable game device. Wants to kind of get into the mix. John, you see that?
Dude, I'm a PlayStation guy right now.
You are, dude. They said that
I don't even have an Xbox. What's the new one? Series X.
Series
I don't
X.
even have one. Yeah.
Did you see the new Xbox handheld though?
No.
It's essentially the Steam Deck, but it only runs Xbox and Steam games. And there's no browser. So I think the Steam Deck's better.
Was it cheaper?
TBD, I doubt it.
Weird.
Man.
There's too many things. I don't want all these things.
There's a lot of
There's
things.
also Steam Deck, and that's it.
I just want to play Civ for 8 hours.
You can do that. You can do that on the
I'm
Switch.
playing the new one.
You can do it on the Switch too.
Mm.
I might buy Football Manager on the Switch so I can play that while we're like watching like Love Is Blind or some shit. And then when I want to watch a game happen, like The Sim, I can just plug it into the TV and force my girlfriend to watch it.
You see, I think the Switch is best for girlfriends who are not into gaming.
Jess has become a bit of a demon at Mario Kart. She not a gamer. Only thing I have to play right now, I've been like really into speed running some of the maps. She went from like not really knowing how to play Mario Kart to like speed running a couple maps. Like I have like reserved for her.
Nice. Go Jess.
Go Jess.
Crush it.
She's such a gamer.
We're gonna get this. She looked at me the other day, like after like a failed run where she missed the first skip and immediately reset, and it was like, oh no, I'm a gamer. There was like genuine fear in her eyes.
Yeah, I feel like it's not like a great place to be, honestly.
No, I haven't gamed this much.
Yeah,
I haven't gamed this much in like well over a year, I think. And like even like right now, all I'm thinking is like, how can I improve my time on Shy Guy Bazaar to get under a minute 58, and it's taking up my entire life.
Gotta be careful, man.
Yeah.
But I think I can do it. I think I got a 157 in me, boys.
Yeah, and you'll keep thinking that until you eventually get it, which will take
keep
hours and hours and hours.
You know what?
Dude,
you know what?
the thing is, like,
Bolt thought that he was gonna be able to run like sub 6, and I think he eventually, or sub 9.6, and you think he eventually did.
Exactly right. And like the thing is, like,
You're basically Usain Bolt.
The world record hasn't changed in 8 days. It's still the 154.32. All right, that seems like, so everyone's still racing towards that. I'm slowly chipping away, guys. I think it's in me. I want to be the boogeyman of Shy Guy Bazaar.
Other than this podcast,
You should stream it.
It's a lot of me.
Follow along.
It's a lot of me starting, and then if my line is off or I'm like a little behind my ghost, I immediately just restart it. So yeah. I probably just talk and do that.
Yeah, you just stream that. That's good.
Good. Have the little clock up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of me also going, Connor's such a fucking idiot. You're such a fucking stupid moron. You stupid fucking asshole. Just follow the fucking line.
This might be one of our best streams yet if you do that.
That'll be awesome, dude.
So many people will be following this.
And then me slapping my thigh.
Your thigh?
Yeah, I'll do it. I go, fuck, and then I'll just go right back to it.
You're a thigh slapper. Good thing you don't like. You're not.
I'm not gonna break my shit. All right.
I think controller thrower is tough, especially when you're using like a Switch or like a Steam Deck or something like that. You just
we should talk about this. What's the best or worst way to rage?
I like punching the couch next to me because it's usually soft.
I love a pillow punch.
Yeah, something soft.
Or like
sometimes
fist onto the couch cushion.
Yeah, sometimes I'll like be holding a controller and I'll just start to like kind of squeeze it together. Like I think I can compress it, you know, because like I can't crush it with my bare hands. But
one day you might.
I might, but I just kind of go like just kind of flex all the muscles and squeeze it together, and then I'm like, all right, that's good.
That's nice.
That's my go-to.
I think worst is punching a wall. No, worst is domestic violence. Number 2 is punching a wall.
Okay, no.
Throwing your controller because it's like breaking valuable shit.
No, but throwing your controller at the TV, throwing something at the TV is the worst. Like
domestic violence.
Well, can we just put that to the side? Do we have to include that in this ranking?
Well, I mean, right.
Domestic violence.
You can include it if you want. If you can avoid it if you don't want to. I'm going to acknowledge it every time because it's just talked about.
I don't think all right. I mean, every time.
No, I mean, it's up to you.
Wait your voice to the issues, Colin.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
TV. Throwing your controller at the TV.
Murder.
Yeah, murder, domestic violence. Yeah.
Come on, guys. Murder. TV. Throwing controller at the screen. Yes.
Punching wall.
I think maybe punching wall is worse because like you're getting that pain.
Yeah, but like walls are ways you could like
fuck
up your TV. You could like really break your TV.
Dude, the regret of like throwing a controller into a TV immediately after has to be like, ugh.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's palpable.
Although the hole is way harder to explain to anybody who comes around. If you're like, what's that hole in the wall for?
You can just get a new TV and everyone's like, oh, you got a new TV. It's like, yeah, I want an upgrade. You know, I was due.
Yeah, just be like, it was getting this like weird little dot in the corner. It was pissing me off, so I just got rid of it.
There was actually a fly, and I
punched the shit out of it.
After it.
Yeah. There's actually a fly on the TV, so I whipped my controller at 37 miles per hour on the TV.
I didn't get it.
I actually left the fireplace thing going, and I woke up, thought there was a fire, and threw a fire extinguisher at it.
Happens.
Yeah. No big deal.
No, yeah, I've never done anything besides like curse and like punch the couch.
Oh, dude, when I was in high school, I was like punching everything.
Everything?
I was punching fucking everything.
I hope you weren't in the room.
Or a person. See, it is the worst one.
Yeah. Domestic violence, man. Don't hit me.
Dude, I probably went back in like Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, probably did.
That fucking
dude,
that one level.
The racer?
Oh, the pod racing one? John and I were
we used to grind that. It's in hours.
Star Wars pod race. And
dude,
like,
we need more
co-op racing levels were so hard.
Yeah, they don't like exist anymore.
There's that one studio. There's that one studio that makes like they're like one every other year, wins like game of the year, and then they go fuck off and make another one.
Wait, yeah, that's so sad because like I was never really big on like online gaming. Most of the gaming I did as a kid was like going over to John's house and like we're playing next to each other on the couch. Do little kids not have friends other than virtual friends?
They'll have multiple machines like going in the same room. They'll like have like 3 PCs in the same room.
They're like in like 2 Discord chats, one's muted.
No one's screen peeking anymore.
Yeah, dude. No one has like wild setups with like a blanket covering half the screen so you can't look.
Dude, we're like losing recipes, man. All right, like we need to bring back LAN.
Dude, I would screen peek. So
I was the dirtiest peeker.
All the time.
Yeah, dude.
I'd be like, I see him camping in a building. I'm not gonna run past there. Like,
yeah, but are you crazy? The information is right there. What are you, a fucking loser? No, I'm trying to win, man.
Yeah, I'm a soldier. I'm using all the information allotted to me.
Yeah. I need to figure out if John has the sniper, man, or when the fucking respawn's gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, if you ain't screen peeking, like. You don't have that dog in you. You're not built like us.
Dude, all they have now is Discord and gaming laptops.
You said that with such hate when we're actively using Discord right now.
I don't want to, especially after they got acquired. But it's the best we got, man.
It's true.
Yeah, it's better than nothing during like COVID though.
Dude,
they got.
I was on Skype back in the day. Okay.
I just feel bad for the kids. I just feel bad that they don't like hang out with. There's not enough in-person contact, you know. Go hang out with your friends in person and play video games if you want.
And I
be
feel
in the same room as them.
I feel like the fun of video games is gone. It's all about tryharding now.
What, at video games? Like you need to be the best. So like kind of shit. Yeah.
Kids are so fucking good at video games. It's insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
John, we were playing against plumbers. We were the plumbers.
You put me in a game. I was worse. I was a child.
We were talking about you, man. We weren't talking about you.
Greg just exclusively playing GTA and not shooting, just only driving.
I'm good at driving, okay?
John, me and you playing Call of Duty back in the day is the equivalent of like the Bob Cousy highlight tape, where he's like dribbling with one hand, looking at the ground.
Yeah, yeah,
it's tough,
but like still my era. You can't compare. You can't compare.
Dude, back in my day, kids didn't have headsets. If you had a headset, you were a fucking dork. All right. If you had a Turtle Beach, you were a tryhard. And that was a bad thing.
Yeah, you're also hearing a lot of slurs in every lobby.
I think that's still a thing, though. No.
I mean, I think that's still kind of a thing. Like, well,
dude,
not as much.
I feel like they're only in. No one's in like game chat. They're all like in their own party.
No one's in game chat.
They don't talk with strangers. There's no melding of the minds in like a Modern Warfare 2 lobby.
Kids aren't talking to strangers anymore. All right.
You're not shit talking this 30-year-old guy in like Toronto.
Kids are getting too much like technological help these days. People are telling you like, no, beware of strangers. People on the internet should just talk to people on the internet. No one's being scanned for 1,600 Microsoft
points anymore. All right, no one's being sold for oh yeah, I'll get you 10th prestige, all camos for 1,600 Microsoft points. Yeah, dude, for sure. Send it to my PayPal. No one's getting those messages anymore.
No one's getting the, hey, my dad works for Microsoft. You're gonna get banned soon. Messages.
Yeah, dude, we're losing recipes.
You know, you don't have the bonding of like when one like squeaker joins your game and everyone bans against them.
What's a squeaker?
You, Greg, we were all squeakers.
Is that like a little kid?
Dude, he's 12-year-old Greg joined the lobby. Goes, hey, look at me, I'm Greg.
Okay. A squeaker is like a small child. Gotcha.
It's a high-pitched voice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. No, that wasn't me. Also, I wasn't even gaming that. I probably didn't game online until I hit puberty. I bought an Xbox when I was like a freshman in high school, sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
You still had time.
I wasn't late in the game. I wasn't gaming, bro.
Dude, you still had time, man. Now, kids these days, they just have PCs. Back in my day, there was one PC and the whole damn house shared it. That's why I played Club Penguin. When mom was like, Colin, get off, I need to do taxes. I said no.
Oh, dude, Club Penguin. Do you ever play Webkins?
Dude,
those games?
They're coming back.
Dude, my cousin had Webkins, and I did not give a shit about the stuffed animal. I just wanted to play the game, so she gave me her login, and I would just grind like coins for her. And she was so excited. She was just like, "I love this. I'm getting all these accessories for my like online thing," and I was just grinding these games. It was awesome.
Greg's out down in the mine, just fucking.
I think one of the Webkins things was like I feel like it was like a downhill skiing thing, and I was playing that all the time. Like you're like a penguin going down a hill. Maybe it wasn't like skiing. Maybe he was like sliding on his belly. I don't really remember.
Yeah,
But-
dude. Webkins like recently is like making a comeback.
Oh wow.
Like there's all
A
these
lot.
like I think the player count is like shooting up, and like everyone's kind of just like into it. It's kind of like Don, what's happening with like Star Wars Battlefront 2. Do you know about that? Like everyone's just going back to Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
like
people get nostalgic waves, like, you know.
They do.
They just
but it's
one
like
person will start playing and be like, "Oh shit, dude, we should fucking play
yeah,
that."
dude,
And
the
then,
game was tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, Webkins coming back. Apparently.
Oh, good for
Club
Web-
Penguin
good for
though.
Webkins.
Not.
Dude, the day Club Penguin shut down was a sad day for everyone.
I just watched
The
a, like,
screenshots of people just like the little penguins just saying the most outrageous things was just always hilarious.
hey, or first of all, I just watched a video essay about the history of Club Penguin like yesterday when I was working from home. All right, they should have never sold to Disney, man.
You were really working.
Is that what you do in your free time?
If I'm like crunching data or like doing analysis, y'all have like YouTube going on in the background. Sue me.
Club Penguin.
It was by Eddie Burback. It was a funny but very informative edutainment video. Okay, fuck you. You should have never sold that to the damn mouse. They ruined it. They made it a machine.
Oh, was that the problem? Disney bought it?
Disney bought it, immediately started like pumping it, and then they got rid of it, and then they just fuck the mouse. Fuck you, Disney.
Disney ruins everything.
That being said,
Go
if
on.
Disney wants to buy us out, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's fine.
With the podcast, yeah.
Dude, speaking of like people not knowing shit like these days, I went to the Belmont last week.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it'll be like
Ooh.
3 weeks. You guys know Mike Francesa, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yeah, of course.
Did you meet him?
Of course. Yeah, he was there.
Sick.
Drinking a Diet Coke as always, looking bronze. I mean, he looked
Sick.
great.
Yeah.
My cousins had no idea who he was, and like they're only like 2 years, like 3 years younger than us. And I was like,
What
that's
teams do
crazy.
they root for? What sports teams do they root for?
They're Boston.
That's
but
why.
they live in New York.
But for how long? Because he's been off air
Their
for a
whole
few years
life.
now. Oh.
Like how do you not know Francesa? Like he
was the Don of New York sports radio.
him falling asleep on radio and then denying that he fell asleep for years is like the highlight of like everything.
Yeah,
He only admitted it like 2 years ago.
Well, yeah.
Was he there just for horses, or do you think he's a gambler?
No,
He's a
he
gambler.
loves horses.
Oh.
My brother was following his picks. He was actually like listening to his podcast on the way up. He got all 3 of the Triple Crown correct.
Yeah.
So pretty
Hey,
good.
hey, no,
Follow him
Fran.
next year.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
Franny.
Man. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which thank God, because we had lost every race that day. Like we didn't hit a single bet until the very end, and we put like a lot of money on the end, and we won.
Right.
So really
you won?
saved the day. There were people around us who like lost houses. Like people are betting a fuck
That's
ton
insane.
of money on that.
God damn.
That's crazy.
Were you
Crazy.
up?
Yeah, finished up.
How much?
I don't want to talk numbers. A couple
Greg
units.
Greg can bleep it.
Sure, I'll leave it. I don't care.
I finished up like $100. I was down like
Okay.
200 at one point.
That doesn't matter. You
fine.
finished up. Who cares?
But
Wait, fuck, that's only a unit for you?
no. the unit steadily increased as I tried to recoup my money.
I was like, holy shit, John gambles a lot.
Yeah, we lost every single race except right at the end. We all decided, because we were all betting on like random shit, no one was like together. We decided we'd unite on the last one. We all picked Sovereignty. I actually got the top 3 in order too, which was Sovereignty, Journalism, Baeza. My boys, I just picked the top 3. They all picked the
Journalism,
3.
second place, huh?
Yeah.
Shut up, Greg. You don't know horses.
I've heard of journalism, okay?
Yeah,
I know it's the Derby.
He was the favorite in the Derby.
Yeah, he was the favorite of the Derby,
He won,
okay?
he won the Preakness.
Oh, interesting.
Exactly.
Oh,
He's like the best horse of the year so far. He was
oh,
good.
best
What
horse
are
of the
you talking
year.
about?
All right, who's
Well,
gonna
Sovereignty's the best horse of the year.
All
who's
right,
gonna be the best horse
okay.
next year, Greg? You're such a fucking horseman.
I'm not. All I'm saying is I knew that I've heard of journalism, okay?
So
Same way
have I.
I've
Ever heard of
Francesca. I
ever heard of
the man.
Syracuse?
I don't follow
Ever heard
him.
of Missouri? Yeah, I've heard journalism too.
I'm gonna throw you out a window. Anyway, continue, John.
I don't know. But we like, I mean, obviously we don't really follow horse racing that much. Like we know the horses in the big race, but like that was the 13th race.
I'm like Greg.
So we're betting completely blind on just like names on like this jockey won like 2 races ago.
You just look at like the best odds. You're just like, I mean, yeah, he's like the 8th favorite.
I picked like
he might have
cool names. Like we were losing everything. So thank God for the end. I will say, it is a lot of downtime for like a 2-minute race.
Yeah.
There's like 30 to 40 minutes in between every race.
Well, yeah, the guy
you gotta like really like the people you went there with.
Yeah. There's a lot of downtime where you're just hanging out, and then it was very crowded.
Greg, it's not just that. It's you got to be very comfortable with these people when they're potentially down a lot of money.
When they have to sit there for 45 minutes to wait for the next chance to make it.
We were down big time. We only had 1 win in the first like 7 races.
Did you guys like? Were you guys like splitting like a Diet Coke? Were you guys splitting like a Diet Coke and nachos?
Yeah. Someone's just like, all right, I can't buy any more drinks.
No. We bought our food very quickly. It was also crazy prices.
How long of a day is it?
We got there like noon, which was like around like the 4th race, and then like the big race was like at like 7:10. Long day, and you're standing the whole time. Unless you get there like bright and early and get like a
Do they have to like redo the whole track, like re-level it and stuff?
They'll have like a tractor with like just like trot up some dirt, you know.
Dude, did you guys watch the U.S. Open?
I watched part of it. It was crazy.
Have you guys seen the machine they use to change like or like level out or change the elevation of greens?
No, I have not seen
It's like a little cart that you drive sideways. And it's essentially just like a long cylinder, and it just rolls over the land.
Like a steamroller?
There's nothing I can do to show you guys. One second.
Did you not just describe a steamroller? I mean, steamrollers don't go sideways, but...
I'll be honest, I'm not picturing anything in my mind. I'm not even like...
He's just picturing a large cylinder that flattens the earth. That's a steamroller.
But like he said, sideways.
That's the only thing that's different, and I'm sure maybe tennis people are weird, and it rolls side to side instead of front to back. I don't know.
It's like mystifying. All right, 1 second.
Okay.
Check this shit out.
First of all, love the guy.
Love the guy.
So, is he driving like a crab?
Yes.
Is he like driving sideways?
It moves sideways like a crab.
What could possibly be the reasoning not to just like turn that so he's driving forward?
Yeah, why does the seat need to be that way?
There's no...
It's such a goofy ass machine.
What is that tire for?
It's so funny. Literally on Sunday, like before like the main pairing started playing, all of a sudden it cuts to like the head of the US Open, like putting on a green, being like too easy. And so he called over the guy like early in the morning to make the greens harder. Dude, the best golfer was like -4 going into the last day. There was one motherfucker under par at the end of the tournament. What do you mean it's too easy? Who is a psychopath?
Dude, the rough was crazy.
Dude, the greens were nuts.
You move a foot away from the ball, you're like, I have no idea where that thing is.
Dude, the greens were crazy. They were so unforgiving, and it's all because of that old psycho's fault. He was like, I want a harder. I want a
downhill putt, and you're fucked.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, was it the winner or was it somebody else who on Sunday he hit the pin on like hole 2 or something like that, and it rolled back like 40 feet. It went so far back after he hit the pin.
Going. And like this old man was like, no, harder. And then we call in this merchant of death on this fucking crab moving device, and then they're like just like ruining everyone's day. It was awesome.
That sounds like a cool job to just drive around in that thing.
Yeah. And I like to imagine that he stays in there in a shack all day waiting to be unleashed. And they go, unleash the roller. And then, like, the doors fly open. He comes out.
I like looking at this picture again, it seems like there's just 2 pedals, and one is to make it go left and one is to make it go right.
No, but there's got to be, like, those wheels definitely have to come down so we can, like...
It's for the trailer here. You see this yellow thing? I think it's so attaches to something so you can tow it, so I think that's what those
So he literally can go left or right. How does he, like...
Left or right, but I think he can go
turn
with this handle in his hand. You see, I think he can make it like just at a slight angle. I don't think he can make like a 90-degree turn.
The color scheme is like the old tiny little car that
like Fisher Price.
Yeah, the Fisher Price
red and white car. Yeah, or red and yellow.
Yeah,
car.
It's meant to smooth and firm the putting surface of a golf course, primarily by flattening imperfections and reducing grain in the grass. resulting in
One of my
faster,
favorite things.
smoother.
We should buy one of those.
One of my favorite things is when there's a lot of water and like the earth kind of makes like a bubble, and then they just like stab it, and then they're just standing on it, like shooting water out the side. I love that.
Dude, the main
I don't understand
purpose,
how grass is so solid to make like a bubble of water.
the main purpose is to like increase green speeds. This old fucker was like, I want them faster.
I want the balls to
I
roll.
want them to fly off the putter.
I mean, yeah, I guess the flatter surface would make it go less irregularities. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I went
Diabolical.
I went to school
Did you?
for a time.
All right, well, we can probably wrap this one up here, boys. Make sure everyone go follow us at sochoicepodcast on all social medias. Please download this episode like 1,000 times. I would really appreciate it. And we will catch you guys next week.
Say choice.
Peace.